Hello everybody, Emerald Troll here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Now today I'm going to be starting a podcast about a book called The Feed. Quick summary of the book. It's a dystopian future where essentially the feed, which is like a computer basically, is in everyone's brains, and everyone's like really focused on buying, and they're all like really brainwashed because of the feed, and most people don't really seem to care. Interesting book, I know. But anyways, I'm just gonna start getting into like describing the characters. These are gonna be 10-minute segments about, and let's just get started. Alright, so main character. The main character of this book, his name is Titus. He is very like emotionally weak because of how they're really only like taught about the feed and how to buy. So a lot of characters in this are very emotionally inept and can't really express their feelings, right? So properly. And that is shown later in the book. I'll get into that later, but basically that's just shown later in the book really well. And next character, Violet is another one of the main characters. Violet is one of the more better characters in this book because she got the feed in later, which is why a lot of the characters in these books see her as really weird, and like not normal. And honestly, she's one of the best characters in this book because most characters are just kind of not very interesting or like cool at all. Sorry. Next character, Link. Link is one of Titus's best friends. Link is Castalia, another character's boyfriend, and he's kind of like really stupid in a way, and like I guess that it's something. Seriously, most of these characters are really hard to describe because most of them don't really have any personality. Like, the book was alright, it's just that the characters, I guess, in order to prove the point of this book, are really, like, shallow and very uninteresting. I could literally describe half the characters by they use the feed, they just kind of exist in this book as a character, and that's about it. Like, Castalia, the best way I can describe her, same with Quendi, is they got fake lesions to impress a guy. Which I guess is kind of like the same as some things in real life where it's like people would change their appearance just to try and, like, I guess, look more attractive. So, yeah, that's really the best I can come up with for most characters in this book. Let me think. Marty, he's kind of not really much more interesting. He is basically just Link, but not Link. See, this is the problem with the book, like, about only Violet, and Titus have, like, real personalities. But even Titus is just, the most personality you got out of him is, or you get from him is, he buys things when he's sad. He becomes a better consumer when he's sad. And he's Violet's boyfriend. That's like... Well, let's see. There's Violet's dad, who is an interesting character because he's not exactly a carbon copy of basically every other character in this book. He uses big words so that no one can simplify what he's saying. That's interesting. Something. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier when I actually go into, like, the book's lessons, because this book really is just, like, trying to teach people lessons about the dangers of, like, how we should be cautious about these sort of things. And, like, making sure that we don't lose ourselves in the path to become popular. Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, here we go. So, in this book, a main part of Titus's character is he wants to be cool, but he doesn't know how to be cool to the way of what is perceived to be cool in this book. So, he's that's that. And I guess it's like everyone's goal in this book is to become the most popular, which is really basically what social media is, isn't it? You're just trying to impress people that you don't know. Sometimes, depending on what you post. I'm really just trying to drag out the first 10 minutes of this podcast so that I can get on to something more interesting and something that's a lot easier to do for this book. Let me think. I'm gonna talk about Titus, oh yeah, Titus's family. Yeah, sure, I'll talk about that. He's got his brother, his mom and dad. They're all kind of, like, really disconnected and, like, don't really seem like a family. They kind of seem more like people who live in the same house. Which I guess is kind of sad, because even though Titus really, like, is, like, kind of says that he has everything in the world, he doesn't really. He just doesn't know what it feels like to actually have someone who cares and loves about him, I guess. Loves him. truly and actually like talks to him. So there's that. Yeah, so that's the first section of this podcast. I know it's not really what I usually do, but I have to do this for a school project, so cool, huh? I mean, I like the idea of the podcast because it's a really cool idea, so I might do more videos on like kind of like this. I'll read a book and I'll essentially make a review on it. Anyways, that's the 10 minutes, so thank you so much for watching. If my teacher actually does watch this, hello, how's it going? I'm having a great time, and I'll see you for the next section.